Hey guys, in this age and day, anything that is going to make my workflow faster and easier, I am definitely down for it. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tim, a photographer and a filmmaker based in London. So today I'll be trying out the EvoTO AI tethering system on my iPad because this video is currently sponsored by EvoTO, but this is going to be my first time ever trying their tethering system, as I oftentimes use different softwares for my tethering. Tethering makes you see whatever you're shooting in your camera on a larger screen, either on your computer or your iPad in this case. I purchased the EvoTO AI software before EvoTO actually reached out to me. I'm going to give you my full-on experience using this particular application, the iPad version right now, and I hope you guys are going to learn something. And yeah, let's move straight into it.
So I'll be doing both wired tethered and wireless tethering. I'm going to be starting with wired tethered, that is, I plugged the cable directly into the iPad.
So right, stay hold.
The fact that the images sent into the iPad is very fast is quite interesting, so there's barely any lag in this situation. I'm shooting with the Sony A7R5 right here, and as I said earlier, it's connected via cable.
So guys, great news. If you would love to download this application and use it for yourself, I have an affiliate link down below where you can actually purchase this application and you'll be getting some discounts from using this application. Yeah, that's actually a really nice photo. Look out that same way you're looking at before. Beautiful. Yeah. Currently outside and I'm trying to simulate like a outdoor kind of shoot experience whereby it's only comfortable for you to have a cable running through probably your computer or your iPad to do your shoot, but at the same time you still want to have the convenience of seeing your images on a larger screen, or probably is a situation whereby you have the client at the same location and you just want to be able to give them an iPad to be able to see what you're shooting. So in this situation, we're going to be shooting using the EvoTO application without using a cable, so we'll be shooting wirelessly. And so this is quite easy. There's instruction on the application itself to set up the different cameras you want to use depending on what camera you're using, either Sony, Fujifilm, and Canon, and so much more. So guys, I have my iPad mounted to like a tripod stand right here, so I'll be able to see all of the images I'm shooting. So let's get straight into it. Yeah. Stay out. There we go. Yeah, Shane. Can you bring this part of your head to the back? That one, yeah. Yeah, nice. There we go. Good. So all of the images I'm shooting are almost instantly just going straight into the iPad, and you can see literally everything I'm shooting, and that's quite nice. There we go. Fire. Nice, fire.
And a quick dance lesson from my model. Since we're done with the photo shoot and now the images are right on the iPad right here, but the interesting fact we are actually having to use EvoTO is you can actually get a lot done using your iPad. Like I did the tethering on the iPad, and now I can as well just decide to select some images and do some edits right here on the iPad. I could decide to give it like a 1-star rating. I'm going to edit this particular image we have on screen right now. So because I think it's more of a lifestyle, it's giving more like a lifestyle kind of vibe. So now that we're in EvoTO right here, as you guys can see, we have this first one. We actually they're preset loaded already on the application that you can easily just click on, and it automatically just applies whatsoever preset is already made. For this, you have a lot. You go headshots, you go lifestyle, portrait. So anyone you actually really think fit your style and aesthetic, I'm going to edit it the way I love editing my photos, and then I could decide to make it as a preset if that's what I want to do. So I'm going to come back to this history and undo it. Then let's go back to the menu, which is like your basic adjustments, your color adjustment. So for this particular image right here, I'm going to, let me see if I could cool it down a little, because it looks a little bit like warm. So just gonna cool it down a tad bit. I think I like the tints. Exposure wise, I'm gonna bring up the exposure just a tad bit. Then I think I like the way the contrast is looking. Highlights, I think the highlights is fine the same way it is. Shadows, maybe bring up the shadows just a tad bit. The blacks look fine to me, but there's no crime in trying to see where exactly we're going to get from using any of the sliders. I really wouldn't touch clarity, DA's, vibrance. I think the vibrance looks just fine for me. Maybe just bring it up a little bit. Then I'm going to go to the curves and make like some, maybe a little bit of contrast curve, drawing the S curve right about there. I think I like what I'm seeing right there. If you bring it too low, then it's going to be very contrasty and break the image. So just I do my things very subtle. Since I've done that, I can decide to go to the color grading and the shadow. I often love putting a little bit of blue into my shadows. So I'm going to pick the shadow slider and select a little bit of blue in my shadows. The mid-tone looks fine, but I might add a little bit of like, yeah, a little bit of warm orange feel. The highlights looks perfect for me. I don't want to mess with it. The way I tend to do my stuff is less is more. Just so you guys can see what we've done with just this little short slider. Here's the before, here's the after, before and after. So what else? Like if you want to add grains, you could decide to add that. So you can see it's giving it more like a grainy film effect, as you guys can see right there. And if you guys think you've done an adjustment that you would like to take out, the undo button is just right there. You can just undo whatever you've done. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of grain, reduce the grain from the mid-tones. Gonna close that. The lens correction and calibration will majorly work for more of like a raw photo, but this I'm currently editing is the JPEG version, so I'm just gonna leave that. Then I'm going to come to the interesting part of the edit really. So this is where I'll be editing probably the skin and doing different touch up. I could decide to edit our hair. You can see like the flyaway hair we're having right there can be sorted. Let's go straight into the flyaway hair because I love what EvoTO does with hair. So I'm gonna go straight to the hair sub menu, and then I'm going to go to straight hair remover. There we go. Now look at that. See, before, after, before, after. That's taking away that straight hair right there. Then I could also decide to smoothen hair, but I don't like taking the slider all the way, because if you take it too high, then it start looking a little bit plasticky and unreal. So I'd rather just put it somewhere around there. Then you can decide to add a hair shine, but really this is not going to be very obvious in this particular image because this image is more of the moody part and most of the hair details have gone into like blacks and shadows, so it's not that obvious. So I'm going to go straight to like the skin retouching. Also the skin retouching, you have options for like dodge and burn, frequency separation. I think the main thing about EvoTO is it saves you time. If I'm going to summarize anything that EvoTO is, it's majorly it saves you time. So I'm going to not use frequency separation for this one, but just even dodge and burn just to even out the shadow part and highlights part. So I don't like doing my things heavy, just very subtle is it. So I'm going to do, because you can see this is for the face and also we have for the body, so we could also decide to do the same thing, even dodge and burn for skin, and even dodge and burn. Yeah, let's do that again. Just a little bit more. There we go. Let me show you guys again. Before, after, before, after. Isn't that just looking amazing, guys? All right, cool. So we could also do some blemish remover. Like if you look at my subject face right here, you can see she has a mole right there. If you feel like you want to take out the mole, you can see face mole remover. You could click on that and boom, the mole is gone. Like look at that. Before, after, the mole is gone. But I would rather leave the mole there because that's more of the characteristics or a feature of the subject right there. I can decide to mess with the dark circles, reduce the dark circles. Subject have eye bag, reduce the eye bag. If the subject has like freckles and acne, you could also just, so I think the more you play around with this, the more you're going to get conversant with it and know what really works for you and make your workflow much more like streamlined and easy. So this is more like a background menu, but I won't be able to do anything on this one. But in my next video, where I'll be shooting probably in the studio, I'll be able to show you what the background menu does, and it's actually really interesting, guys. So I'll be doing that on my computer instead of the iPad, but today we're just literally just showing you everything you could use EvoTO for on an iPad. So because this background right here is more of a busy lifestyle background, not a seamless paper backdrop, then I really won't be able to do a lot to the background with this one. So I'm just gonna skip this one. If your subject has an outfit that is creased and you want to like reduce the crease and all of them things, you do it right here also. Then as you can see right here also, we also have like the healing brush, so actually in case you want to manually like select and take out some things, I could do the spot healing brush right here, boom, it's gone. I'd rather undo that then reduce the size, and there we go. You see, just like that, we have all of this disappearing. This is just so cool, guys. And also, if you like to liquefy some things on your subject, you can easily do that right here. But in this particular photo, I really don't have to like liquefy anything, so I'm just gonna leave the liquefy menu that way. So guys, EvoTO is just an amazing software that I think everybody should try if you're a photographer, or even necessarily not a photographer, just anybody can really use the application, because it's not only for photographers. Even if you're a lifestyle content creator and you just want to get your photos edited real quick, you could easily do that with EvoTO. So I hope you guys have been able to learn something from the video and enjoy this video. If you did, kindly give me a thumbs up and also give me a subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell notification icon to get notified when I post the like other videos, and especially the follow-up video using EvoTO, showing you my workflow and showing you all the interesting stuff you could do with EvoTO on a computer also. So I'll be seeing you guys on the next one.